Um, Aloha. Okay, good evening, guys. And so, short introduction. My name is Tirinim Sukpatar. That's the longest version of my name. So I'm originally from Mongolia. I'm the only Mongolian professor here on campus, unfortunately. Okay, so I teach marketing, and today I want to share with you about some marketing research tools. And in our department, this class takes whole semester, but I just have to teach everything in 1 hour, so it's just crazy. So I can see that a couple of my students, and then they know most of this content, but I customized a little bit just for you guys because you're doing business plan competition, all this great ideas and all of this. Some of you may be seeing this first time, and then I just want to simplify as much as possible so that you guys can get it. So if you have questions, just write it down, take notes, maybe during the Q&A, so you can ask and I can provide the answer. Okay? Okay, so I would like to kick off with this video. This is one of my favorite videos. I like this scene because it shows us how to do the research. Yeah, can you turn on that? So, a couple things I want to share with you. So you have to be ready to travel. You have to be ready to go and explore and find out more information about your customers. Just like him. And he just took a long trip to find out that. And as soon as he got there and he started observing the whole scene, whole area. People are standing and eating, he's just observing. That's a basic research method. You can start with observation. So you can observe your competition, you can observe the customer's attitude and behavior. So you can observe your surroundings and you can see, so that you can find more ideas. So he observed, he found he felt something, and he after this he took a tour in the inside of the McDonald's, and the brothers showed him how they manage all of this facility and manage all of this. So he learned all of that. That's a really good experiment. It's a very simple thing. All you have to do is just observe. So let me share one example. Okay, how many of you know this brand? Oh yeah, raise your hand. Okay, most of you. That's all? Just half of the class? Okay, we all know Sony, right? So I was able to work with them for years. And our company wanted to partner with Sony for decades. But they keep saying no to us. And that's early, before 2000, year 2000, okay? And then Sony was partnering a local company, our competitor in the market for years. And then we are a very strong competitor in the market. We're a leader in the consumer electronics in the market. And we approached Sony, hey, Sony, why do you guys work with these guys? Why don't you work with us? And Sony keep saying, no. And they didn't say any reason. Maybe they said something, but it was that's like Japanese style, you know. And then they denied nicely, okay. And then they stayed. They worked with that company for years. A couple years left. We asked again. They said no. Decade passed, they said no. And then maybe after 10 years, they wanted to choose another partner in the market because they're expanding. And this time we are hoping we will be the next one. But they chose another competitor. We excluded. We were still number one in the market, they didn't choose us. We were kind of disappointed a little bit. And then financial crisis hit in 2008 and 9, and then eventually in 2012, Japanese tsunami. We all know the Japanese tsunami in 2012. And many of Japanese brands hit by tsunami lost the businesses, and then Sony was one of them. Maybe like some of the factories, some of the warehouses. Because of that, lots of Japanese brands struggled. They couldn't manufacture some of the products. They couldn't supply some of the products on time. Shipping issue, transportation issue, lots of issues happened, and lots of things happened. So throughout the world, Sony started to struggle a little bit. Anyway, and then 2012, I think 2012 or 13, Sony decided to partner with us. And then we were super happy. And then we did our annual plan for whole year marketing plan and then campaign plan. We had like huge budget, and then we just planned everything. We did everything. And then what happened was, end of the year, hang on. So during one of our meetings, I asked Sony guys, okay, it took a while. We tried to be your partner for a long time, but you keep saying no. And then now we understand why you're choosing us. And then they said like it's because of the financial crisis, because of the economy, lots of things things are changing, competition is rising, Samsung and LG is getting stronger, so we need to something else. And then they chose us, and then they said one more thing, and they said, but it took us for 2 years to choose you. I was surprised. What? 2 years? What happened in the past 2 years? And then they said, all about the marketing research. What they said was, so we carefully studied you guys. We carefully did lots of research about you, about your market, about all of your customers. Okay, how did you do that? And then he pulled up a long presentation, PowerPoint presentation, and he showed me all of that, showed us. And then what they did was they hired the local research firms to conduct lots of the mystery shopping, and then observation with video camera, with photography, and with some devices to track cars and customers and number of the customers who were passing and coming. They tracked everything. So, and then they even observed our company employees' meetings. So what they did was every morning, all of our stores had a meeting, a morning meeting before we opened our store. Like hour before this opening, our employees come and clock in, and they usually have a meeting. And the Sony guys arrived long before them, maybe 2 hours before our opening. They set up a camera, whatever all of the photography or whatever all of the devices they had. They started observing and waiting for us. And then they tracked for most of the stores, and then are they coming on time? How many people are late? And then what do they discuss during the meeting? So, all those things, and then they keep tracking that for a while. And then during the meeting, they said, yeah, we tracked all of the activities because all of your employees, they showed up on time. You guys talk about all of this KPIs before you open the store. You guys are amazing. We love that. And then you guys are so dedicated. And then you guys always clean your products before you open your store. We loved that. And then they said lots of things for us. And then they said, we counted how many people visiting your store every single day, Monday, Tuesday, every single day. And then also how many cars are coming on this street and passing that intersection. They counted everything. Does that make sense? And then analyzed all of the data, and then they just figured out, they tried to estimate their forecast, sales forecast based on that. Does that make sense? So they spent 2 years. And then they said, Okay, because they keep checking. Okay, this company is qualified. Okay, let's work with them. Does that make sense? So that's Japanese style, but Japanese management, they always measure a lot. So this is just one example how worldwide company does research. Okay, if this is, all of the big companies, they do research, marketing research like this. This is just one example, okay? So if these guys are doing this much research, you guys are starting a business, right? You're trying to start your business, the small companies. We should do it. We must do it, okay? So we have to take some ideas. We have to implement all of this, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so let's say Kim, can you turn off the, yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about the few slides and just highlight a few things, okay? So this is whole marketing on one page, okay? The most simplified version, okay? So if you can understand this, things should be super easy. Okay, whole marketing has 4 steps: understanding these 5 things, and then after that, you have to choose your strategy based on this. And then after that, you have to act, which is marketing PR. Mostly people think advertising promotion. And then you have to monitor or supervise your customer relationship. So marketing research belongs here, this part. So this is analysis, trying to understand your market. So the 5 things you have to understand, okay? First, your customers. You have to understand 5 your customers. And the next thing is your company, internally your company, okay? You have to know your company's information, the product and service, things you offer. Competition, who's your competitor? So you have to know everything. So your collaborators, which means your suppliers, partners, and the business suppliers, okay? Content means all of the external factors like technological factors or politics, economy, all those things, okay? So we have to know, we call it 5C of marketing because it all starts with C, okay? And if you know all of this, great. So when I was working in a retail business, in a B2B business, we obsessed with these guys because we need to know everything about these guys. And we wanted to know about all of our internal issues also. And then also we have to see what's happening with our competitors. We have to know all of that. So your marketing research guys have to know everything, okay? So it's a market intelligence work, okay? Just like spies, okay? FBI guys, okay? So basically, so these are the questions you can ask. Who are they? Your customers, okay? What do they do? You want to know that. And then when do they do that? And how do they do that? And where do they do that? And why do they do that? So if you know all the answers about your customers, you know what to offer to them, okay? So when I was working for the Caterpillar, because it's not mass market, we had to work with a couple hundred customers, only companies, right? But in the company, so I'll show you this one. Let's see. I'll just illustrate, okay? Cat. Okay, so let's say this is a product. We're trying to sell this product. Guess how much? at least 10 times higher than your Tesla cars. Okay? It's very expensive, of course, right? And then one mining company, a big company, they have to buy at least 10, 20, 30, 50. It's depending on the size of the mining the project, right? So, but that's our customers. Somebody, the mining company or construction company, they have to buy this expensive equipment. We call them equipment, not machine, okay? So, but in a company, who makes the final decision to purchase this? In your opinion, what do you think? Who's going to make the final decision to purchase this? CEO? CFO? Alone? No, never. Not a single person decision in this case. They have to discuss this as a team. The board directors, whatever they have, the team they have to listen to the engineers, the mechanic guys, you know, all the managers, and they have to take the opinions. Hey, which machine, which brand we have to choose? Komatsu or XMG or the CAT or which brand? So which product, why? And then they have to do a whole analysis. So CAT provides sales forecast, project forecast based on the machine. So, so if 5 or 10 people involved for the decision-making process, our company purpose is what? To work with those important 10 people or 5 people, right? So we want to know every action they do. We want to know the names, title, the income, the location, and the way they live, what kind of car they right, and use, and then also what kind of brand they like, prefer, what's the behavior, attitude, what's the meal, and then what kind of, you know, drink they want. So we want to know everything, right? That's our job, research job. And if we know how to make a deal with them. If they like playing golf, we can organize a golf tournament. We can play golf. While we're playing golf, we can make deals. We can convince them. If they like soccer, we can play soccer. Does that make sense? That's our job. Okay, it's not the fixed routine. You have to come up with new ideas based on your customers' demands, needs, behavior. Does that make sense? That's market research, guys. So if you're trying to sell some kind of product, now you have to think about your customers. You have to put yourself in the customer's shoes and then think about the lifestyle, okay? Find out that. Okay. Okay, so in the research there are lots of categorizations, so I will just pull all of them. This is kind of like academic, very deep thing, but just like I'm gonna simplify this, okay? There are 2 types of research, secondary and primary research. That's all you have to know. Don't worry about all of this, okay? So we categorize them many different ways, and then, so basically, secondary and primary research. Difference is this. Secondary research is basically the ready-to-use data. Somebody already did the research for you. They're published somewhere else. For example, Google, World Bank, United Nations, market, all of this. There are tons of companies, organizations do this kind of research. They collect data from the end customers, and then they publish every year, every quarter, every 6 months, every month, okay, every year. So, and they publish. Sometimes they sell it, sometimes they don't sell it. They just, it's open data. So you can go and get the data, okay. So for example, World Bank, United Nations, Asian Development Bank, those are non-profit organizations, international organizations. They collect lots of countries' data, economic data, the country's situation, all kinds of. They always update every year. Like they work with local government agencies, and they collect all of the data and they publish it. So it's all free. So you can, if you're trying to do business in some other country, in your country, maybe here and there, So that's the first thing you can use. That's secondary data. You don't have to collect data, just use the data, that's it. Okay? It's mostly in Excel form or PDF or different formats. Okay? So Gartner, like eMarketer, these guys, Statista, they sell data because they want to make money. Okay? They collect data and then sell it. It's very expensive, of course, but that's their business model. Okay? So this is called, generally, if somebody did a research for you, if you were trying to use it, that's called secondary data. Okay? So my recommendation is always start with this. If already somebody did research about your customers, your target market, your product, your company, your competitors' information, just use them first for your business plan, for your whatever you guys doing. Okay? So the next thing is primary data, which means you did all the best and you tried and searched, but you couldn't find it. You couldn't find the exact information you're looking for. And now, then you have to do the primary research, which means your original data. Nobody is doing that. You're the one who's doing that only. Okay? So probably most of the time for the startup companies, because you're targeting a specific customer segment, target audience, right? Specific market and people, but maybe that area information is not available. Okay, now this is the time you can do this kind of research. Okay, so I want to show you. So let's see. Let's go to the World Bank. Okay. It's open data, so most of the countries have that. So you can have birth rate, telecommunication, internet speed, like price, everything. You can find all of the information you want, okay? So every country. So income level, all of that, because that's what you want to know, right? So all of the companies, they use this. When they open a new restaurant, new branch in different countries, in different location, they use that, okay? So that's one of the examples. Okay. Okay, I want to give you the 4 tools to conduct your primary research. First one is Google Forms. It's free for all Gmail users, Google users. As long as you have Gmail account, you can use this. It's free. So you can collect up to 50,000 responses per survey. Okay, it's pretty good, but it has some limited functions, of course. But you can create unlimited questions on per survey, and also it's super user friendly. And then connect with Gmail. You can also you connect with Google Doc, Excel. Okay, you can convert the data into Excel, and then you can analyze that. And then after using that, also Google Form will display everything on graphs for you. Okay, so most of the startup companies, they use this. Everybody doesn't want to pay money, right? So it's cost efficient. So Microsoft Forms, also not an option. As long as you have Microsoft 365, you can use this one. But after your graduation, your Microsoft access will be ended. Probably you have to purchase this one. Okay. If you're in school now, so you can use this now. It's free. Okay. And then you can per question, per form, can collect up to 5 million responses. It's like unlimited. Okay. So you can. It's also like quite user friendly, just like Google Forms. Okay. They're very big competitors. Okay. It's pretty good. Next one. Okay, SurveyMonkey. Okay, this is a paid version. Okay, and it's quite strong, one of the biggest in the world. And then they do lots of companies use this SurveyMonkey because it's quite user friendly. I like SurveyMonkey a lot because it's quite good. But everybody can open the free account, but free account has limited versions. You can collect up to 100 responses only. And then you can create up to 10 questions. So very limited. So, okay. And next one is Qualtrics. So Qualtrics is a SurveyMonkey's competitor, probably the largest in the world now. But the free version has lots of limits, but the paid version is unlimited. You can do whatever you want. Okay. So, yeah, those are the 4 types of tools I want to recommend you. Okay. So, okay, everybody pull up your phone. I just want to practice with this, guys. I just want to test it out. Okay, first one, Google Form. Please scan, fill out these questions. Okay, it has only 3 questions. Okay, go ahead. There's only 3 questions. Just give me the honest answer. Okay. Done? All good? Okay. Let's pull it up. Okay. Let's refresh. Okay, here, 47. Okay, now we just find out how many people showed up here. Well, 49 people showed up today. Okay, so data is providing insight, right? So we have to. So Google Form just as long as you put the right answer, so you can get all of the results right away. Okay, out of 49 people so far, okay. 42% is different major students other than these majors. The biggest one is finance students, 10%, 5 finance students, 2 marketing students, 3 accounting, biology, supply chain, HR, and so on. Okay, so we just a little bit good demographic information, very various. It's good. Okay.
What are all these other people?
I mean, other major. So
What are they majoring?
I don't know. I didn't include over here. I'm just illustrating the idea. Okay. So I could include all of them, of course. So on the real survey, you have to put, of course, you have to include everything. Okay. Okay. So what phone brand do you use? Okay. 83% iPhone users. Okay. Okay. So 12% Samsung. Do we have some Sony guys or other brand guys? Okay. It's still, okay, iPhone is dominating, we can see that, okay? So now we can use this information to make our decision. Okay, if everybody is using the iPhone, I have to create some kind of the product that can align with iPhone users or something like that, right? So you can make a decision based on that. Okay. Okay, gender, the male is dominated, the female is, okay, pretty close, right? Okay, so this is Google Form. It's easy to use, and then you can create a question here, and then you can link in Excel, just like that. It will pop up, and it will give you an Excel form. Now you can analyze that, okay, if you want. You can do more deeper analysis. So if you use this, and then you can use this for your business plan competition. I mean, great ideas. And then you can provide, hey, I did survey, and by using Google Forms, and X amount of customers saying this, and this is my fact. And nobody will argue with you. If you said like, I think approximately 80% of customers want my product, and then your judge won't believe in you. But if you show this one, oh, I did survey, I asked like 300 customers, 75% said they like my product. Here's the fact. Boom. If you say that, all the judges, oh, okay, never mind. Okay. They will accept everything you say. They can't argue with you. Okay? Okay? Yes?
If we get most of our research from secondary
Data?
data, is that less legit or more legit than primary?
That's legit too. That's good. As long as you have to provide. I took this from World Bank. Your judges, they can't say anything. Okay, it's the World Bank. They can't argue with that. Maybe they will complain a little bit. Maybe it's maybe a little bit like 2 years old data. Maybe that's the only issue they say. Okay. Other than that, that's good. So if you wanna, if you provide the primary research like this, research data like this, along with your secondary data, I did secondary research. I did primary research. Here's my data. Boom. They will just give you green light. Right, bro? Okay. So that's what you're going to do. Okay. Our next one. Okay, scan this code. Okay, scan this. Give me the answer. Okay, it's keep changing. 27. My graphs are moving. Okay. I can see the ages. Okay, good job. Keep doing it. Okay, Halles are dominating. Okay. TVA second. Okay. Okay. All good? How many? Let's say 49. Okay, perfect. So this is a different question style. I just want to show you different skills and, on forms. So I just asked your ages. 18 to 25 is about 32%, 32 students. Okay, 33 now. Okay. And where do you live? The half of the students here, they're living in Halle. So now, based on this decision, let's say you are selling a X product. Okay, if your customer is saying, okay, your main customers are saying 18 to 25, how can you use this information for your business?
You could market it here on a college campus.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. What else? Yes, that's true. What else? How can you use this data? So you just have like really good data now. So this is your customers, guys. Okay. So most of your customers are 18 to 25.
You know which social media platform to market?
What is it?
You can tell which social media platform to market.
Okay. Yeah. So you can use this data for your social media, the boosting, for example. Instagram or Facebook, when you target your customers, you can choose 18 to 25 age category only. And then you can display your ads only for those age people. So that you can save your money. You don't have to display your money product for this people or this people or other age group. Okay? So it's very narrowed down, it's very cost efficient, and then you can save your money, marketing budget. Okay? And then also, so half of your customers is living in Halle, so you have to put more effort in Halle area. So you can maybe put more posters in that area, or something like that. Okay? more activities over that area. So because they're gonna pay more money, right? So, okay, this is just a random question I just put, okay? So I just want to know your Excel skill, because Excel is crucial skill for data analysis and market research, okay? So, okay, this is just a fun question also. I just wanted to know, and then just wanted to help for our admission guys a little bit, okay? Just kidding. Okay, so, it's because the LDS school, because it's the best school in the world, that's why you chose this. And then, yeah, pretty good. And then number 3 says it's Hawaii. It's because of Hawaii. Hawaii is the best place, right? Okay, 3 best options. No complaint, okay? So, okay. So this is Microsoft Form, okay? This is Microsoft Form. So where can you find this? So it's super easy. Just go to Google, and then you can just type Microsoft Form. Will pop up. So you all have 365, which is Microsoft product. All of you have free access. So use that, and then jump into this, and use your school ID, and then you have this one. Okay? It has lots of templates. There's a really good template. It says Market Research Survey Template. You can use that. You can just modify a little bit, and then you can use it for your product or company or business idea. Okay? So you can just modify a little bit. Okay, those are the tools I just want to introduce you today. And I think we're almost done. I think, let's see, let me check. Yeah, that's all, guys. Thank you.